Hey there, friends. How is it going? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode 194 of Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2, where we are wrapping up our post-game exploration of the bonus content. I still have a fucked up throat. I was sharing with you guys at the start of our last episode that I mistakenly drank. What the fuck? Did you guys see this guy totally switched it up on me? I was gonna have the initiative, and then he moved around like an asshole. That was some bullshit. But anyway, I was sharing with you guys at the start of our last episode that I mistakenly took a big gulp of piping hot tea and it fucked up my throat. So I do apologize that as we are more than likely heading into our final episode of this series, my throat is mad fucked up. This only happens to me, right? The last two episodes or the last maybe 3 episodes, I burned my throat and now I'm going to sound like I'm choking and dying and coughing the entire time. But I'm feeling like we were able to give it some time, and I'm sipping on it now. It's cooled a little bit, so maybe the scalding hot properties now have turned into more of a soothing, calming property. We'll just have to cross our fingers. Anyway, as for a recap of our last episode, we were making our way through Dust Up number 5, and we fairly quickly arrived at Dust Up 6. We opened up the map a little bit, but then we did part ways and are now here ready to experience what will likely be the end of the series, because as soon as we're done here in Dust Up 6, we will grab the Earth Jewel from Dust Up 7, head back to the temple, and then that's it, you guys. No more merging, no more exploring anything, because we literally will have exhausted every single post-game secret, at least that I would say is story-tied. I guess technically one could go back through and please don't kill. Okay, we're good. One could technically go back through to try to get all of the medals for each of the respective hunter types so that you can unlock those special, I guess they're special battle arenas, and then the same thing with Club Spice. You could go back through, collect all of the paraphernalia for whichever of the sweet knights you, I don't know, want to fuck. I don't know, like, how you would look at that or how you phrase that, but you know what I'm saying. So there are things still left that you technically could do, but for me, those aren't really as important as I think actually seeing all of the bonus areas are. So that is where we are going to leave it. I am going to consider this game complete as soon as we have finished up here in Dust Up 6. I guess technically Dust Up 7, but Dust Up 7 doesn't have too much going for it other than the cutscene that we've seen before. Oh, wow. I was hoping he was going to turn around, but I guess it works out okay. As for any stories that I shared with you all, I was honestly talking about 2 different things, I feel. One, I was discussing with you guys the fact that for me, video games are very fun, and even though I have gained a lot over the years, especially in my childhood, from having the opportunity to play very narrative-driven and story-based RPGs, and just game, even action, I think platformers, some of them have pretty powerful stories, or have at least really fun stories that engage you, and I think that even if you're not necessarily growing or learning anything, it still operates as a way of allowing you to escape from maybe some more painful pieces that are falling on you in your life, regardless of what stage of your life you're at. I feel like in my childhood, when that's normally a time for a lot of people that is very laid back or is very fun and lighthearted, my childhood was a little bit rough. So I think the escapist component to video gaming was very important to me, and it did a lot for my physical and mental health, because they are very heavily tied. So I would say, in addition to just enjoying them and them being fun and improving my English abilities, I think video games also helped me in terms of coping with a lot of things. So it just, like, psychologically and emotionally, it supported a lot of things for me and allowed me to have a much better quality of life. So, even thinking about the gravity of all this and the weight that video games kind of took off my shoulders and off me, I still think that they're here to entertain and to engage you. And I was remarking more on the fact that I think some people take things too seriously and they're a little too elitist about what a game is supposed to be. And if you don't play it the way they want you to play it, they'll fucking let you know, and they will dog on you for days, or they'll try to invalidate your experience because it wasn't like their experience. And I don't have time for that shit. I will definitely just block somebody for acting like an asshole about shit like that doesn't matter. And it's not that it really personally bothers me so much as it's just, this is a sign that you're probably not a good person, or you're at least a very impulsive individual whose presence could quickly become toxic, and I just don't want to deal with it, and I don't want anyone else here to have to deal with it either. So I was sharing with you guys more of that memory from my undergrad when I went to that Mario Party, and someone was just like completely out of line with acting like an asshole about how someone held the controller while, is that a blue Mao? I don't even know what to think about it, but it's one of those ugly hee-ha-ha-ha-ha's. I didn't even know they had a blue version. That is fucking crazy, you guys. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. So yeah, I just feel like these people, get over yourselves. Well, this isn't totally random, but just one final thought, I guess, to piggyback off all of this. I have a friend who's really active in his backloggery, and he does a lot of, I wouldn't call it speed running because he doesn't necessarily, wow, really, fuck you guys. He doesn't really go through games super quickly via finding exploits or trying to figure out the most efficient way of navigating areas or navigating boss fights or whatever. But he does a lot of, I wouldn't even call it hacking, but he looks for exploits, but it's not with the intention of getting through a game super fast. I don't really know how to describe how he plays games, but who cares? So he plays games not super traditionally, where it's just from start to finish to enjoy the narrative. Like, I don't even know if he reads everything that goes on, or if he even plays a lot of narrative driven titles, so much as he might just play whatever he's got and enjoy the experience of whatever he's got on his plate at the moment. But anyway, I still remember talking to him one time, and he was saying that when he had shared and explained a little bit more to some people how he liked to play games, and that it was just a lot of fun for him to kind of tinker and almost unravel some of the pieces and the mechanics to games, and try to utilize those exploits to figure out, I don't even think it's fair to call them hacks. In my mind, hacking a game and utilizing an exploit, they're totally different. I know for some people, especially those folks who do take gaming very seriously, they're probably similar. But to me, if I can just throw out a loose definition, like I wouldn't fucking die on a hill to support this definition, but I view hacking a game as you utilizing some sort of outside device or outside program to manipulate or change the way a game operates. So maybe using like a Game Shark or an action replay to code in all the recruits into Chrono Cross so that you can beat the game having literally everyone. That to me is hacking it. You're not necessarily breaking it, but you're still utilizing an outside device to change how the game functions and how it's coded so that you can do something that you weren't able to do otherwise. An exploit to me is you utilizing flaws or errors that are coded in the game, even if it's on accident. Sometimes they might be a mistake. Sometimes maybe they are intentionally there to reward you for exploring certain mechanics or trying different combinations of things, whatever. I think of that as being more of an exploit, where you're not necessarily hacking the game. You're not using a tool to break anything or to change a code. You are working within the parameters that the developers themselves gave to you. Now, whether they gave you these parameters on accident or by mistake, I don't know, and nobody really can tell you other than the developers themselves or the dev team themselves. But that's the difference for me and how I distinguish the two. But I know that some people, they feel if you're manipulating the game and playing it any way other than just going through the story from start to finish, how it's supposed to be played, then you're not playing it right. And I don't know. That seems really stupid and elitist, and honestly, it's just obnoxious, and ain't nobody got time for your bitch ass. It's just a video game. Learn to laugh, learn to have fun, and learn to do you, boo-boo, because it doesn't matter what someone else is doing. Just focus on you. I wish people would stop being so concerned about what everyone else is doing. But okay, with all of that being said, where the fuck? This map is crazy, and I am not trying to fight all of these things. Yet I guess this is where we're at, where we might have to. Comma, is this going to be Mitria? So you guys, we might actually have an episode 195 because I don't want this to be 30 minutes long. So if we cannot find the mini boss in the next 20 minutes, hoo-ha. Isn't that another name for pussy? Hoo-ha? Am I full of shit or no? Maybe this is the thing that does Mitria. I am not too sure, but what I am sure of is hoo-ha is not a clean term, or at least it's not how I've heard it in the South. But that is a brown Mao. I feel like there are so many more Maos than we've run into, and I don't know if I can, or is this the green one? I don't know, you guys. Whatever. I don't really care. At this point, like we've already discussed, not going back through, not trying to unlock everything. We are just, we are getting lots of people to hit their final forms. So this is a good way to, I think, wrap up the series. But anyway, why was I recapping all of this about people being elitist assholes in video games? I don't really know. Oh, I guess just as a final thought to say that around these parts, on my channel, with me playing these games, we are here. Oh, it is Mitria. Very cool, very cool. We are here just to have a good time and to experience the game. And I may not play exactly how someone would define it being 100% because thinking about it, and I know I've had people ask me about this and comment on this before, and I talked about this like 2-3 episodes ago, tea fucking up my throat era. I've had some people say, well, it's not really complete until you get every single badge or until you've unlocked every single comma or gotten every single beast there is in the game. And it's like, nobody said this was a 100% run. I said it's complete for my intents and my purposes, and that was just to explore all of the story-laden content and all of the pieces that actually are tied to the narrative. And honestly, you could even argue that the bonus forests aren't really tied to the narrative because none of the dialogue that we've experienced has contributed to anyone's development or any growth. Now, honestly, I feel like the game in general didn't have much of a story, so at this point it shouldn't have been expected for there to be much in the post game. So I'm not saying that I'm disappointed with what we received from the post game because honestly it matched, I guess, what my thoughts were of what it would be. There wasn't a lot before we even made it to this point. So what could we have possibly had happen after Levant died? Like, there wasn't really any direction they could have taken this in other than giving you more open-ended stuff to do, more tasks to complete so that you could get rarer eggs. I guess, again, more things to collect so that you could enter those unspoken and unseen tournaments and arenas. So, I think the game did what it needed to do, and I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm considering this complete. Like, I don't think it's fair to expect someone to spend like 500 hours fighting every single person in every single arena, collecting every single object, every single beast. Like, for sure, if you want to say that you are 100% completionist for this and you do all those things, like, that's valid. But Rabbit at no point said this was 100% complete run of the game. No, this is semi-blind. And this is where we are at. So, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to calm down. And if you would like to 100% Jade Cocoon 2, by all means, start your own Let's Play series. And, oh my God, I need some hide spores, y'all. I don't want to go through all of these routes and fight all of these things. I'm just trying to chill. Okay, what is this? I feel like there are just so many paths. Like, what the fuck? This is madness. I don't even, oh my goodness, you guys. So maybe, oh, here it is though. We found, oh, it's this thing. I think this one's design is so cute. This was our Luther. I don't know, technically, Gulligan might be what it's called. Anyway, I'm anticipating this being a very short, sweet, and to the point fight. So yes, to end that story / wrap up that story, calm your tits, y'all. It'll be fine. Don't be elitist about your video games. It's great to vocalize your opinions, and it's even good to be passionate about opinions you might have, but holy shit, when people get on their high horses and try to belittle your stance on things or talk to you like your thoughts are less valid than theirs, like, even if you're not directing that shit towards me. I know I've shared before in the past, across many episodes in this series, as well as I think in Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth, because there was a lot of downtime in that game as well, with a lot of the tedious fights, that I do not really care how people feel about me personally. Like, I don't take trolling to heart. If anything, like, the worst it might do is I might be more annoyed, like, wow, that's really weird that you would waste so much time, like, dumping all of these racial slurs or all these other expletives on someone that you don't even know. Or I might feel, and this is usually what I gravitate towards, like, I actually might feel sorry for you and have pity for you, because I know it's a reflection of you and not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of your own instability or your own sadness or the own darkness that's in your soul. And I feel sorry for humans that have to walk constantly across a path of darkness like that. So, you know, I don't really mind the trolling when it's directed at me, but I do not accept and I do not allow people to sling shit at each other in my comment section. So I guess this is maybe a little late in the series to very specifically outline that, but just so everyone knows that we're on the same page, I 100% of the time will just completely mute / block you from leaving any comments on the channel if you start targeting other people or if you start saying really fucked up shit to other people, because not everyone is in the same place where I'm at, I guess, where it doesn't affect them. And I just want this channel to always be like a place of peace and a place where people can come to just to enjoy the game. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they can't engage with my videos because they're afraid of what someone else is going to say or how someone else is going to react to what's going on. I don't know, that just feels super bad and shitty, and I don't know. I don't want that to be the case, ever. Ever, ever, ever. So, random. I guess I should start using actual shit, shouldn't I? Let's go ahead and just use up these books. It's now or never, right? Because we're not going into any more forest after this. But fuck me, this guy is not playing around, y'all. If I could get sleep off, that would be great. Or poison? That is what I'm really needing. Can we put him to sleep? And here I was saying, oh, this will be so straightforward. This will be so easy. And we've not applied anything. I need to get some mana going too, I think. Would you stop, please? And thank you. Jeez Louise. It's all good. It's all good. We will... Oh, but I won't have the mana restorative piece of it. And you missed, you asshole. But it's cool. It's cool. Let's go ahead and just use a full heal. Bing, bang, boom, baby. I know, maybe I don't need to go full ham and use all of my books right now. But, you know, whatever. This Mitria it's a little bit cancerous. So that was one of the things that I was sharing with you guys. All of this started from me recapping the last episode. I was talking to you guys about elitist gamers and people who can't control their tempers and act like it's their way or the highway. But I also was sharing with you guys the fact that I had fucked up my throat, and that for me, I think it would be really funny if I had gotten Andrew to basically provide all of the commentary for last episode and this episode. And if there is another one, I guess that video as well. Just because I feel like I'm rapidly losing my ability to talk just due to burning the fuck out of my voice. But it actually worked out okay, and I think that it was a little bit bad in the last episode, but we're doing good now, and it's not a super big deal. Okay, I really need to get some sort of status effect off on this guy because we are not getting through this fight nearly as quickly as I would like for us to be. So if we could just something... What is the point of having sus scanned if we can... Oh, thank God. No, no. Oh, thank the Lord. So I'm going to take a second, get more shit off. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah, you guys. This is what I needed. Woo, Oi! What would be really great, though, is if we could poison him. Please, Saskand, I need you to do what you need to do. It's not working at all. I have not gotten one Saskand off. Or Saskan? I'm not sure what's the... Oh! Confusion, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Can you please do this to yourself? Oh my god, no. Dude, please. This might be the slowest boss fight we've had. So perhaps we will have another episode, y'all. I knew it. I did leave it open-ended when I said there's a possibility we would have 3 videos instead of just 2. And this is why. Because of shit like this. Okay, please cast it on yourself because we're about to lose. Oh, Esperanza lived. Holler. Woo. Okay. This is getting a bit too close for comfort. So yes, friends, how are you? I feel like I've been talking about so many random things for the last 40 minutes that I don't even know like where I was going with all of this other than, oh, I guess just to say, be nice to each other. Don't be douchebags. Try to take it easy. Try to treat each other with respect. Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. And we are like a family. We are a community of gamers. We're here enjoying these old school titles. And I think it's important to not be an asshole. Like, don't you? I think it's... Yes! Get fucked! Dude, that is amazing. Okay, perfect. I am digging this. I'm totally digging this. So we are also going to... I don't know. Let's just do this. I'm trying to get more heals off, and then I'm switching back to our wind side, and we'll see if I could just get Saskan to poison this guy. That would be so great. But I don't know if we're going to be that lucky. Probably not. But it's all good, y'all. So, random place to ask this, but are there specific games you guys are hoping for me to kind of explore? I guess I shouldn't say by the end of 2018 because I think I already know what I will be playing for the rest of this year. Obviously, I know what's taking Jade Cocoon 2's place, but even after Brave Fencer Musashi is done, I'm 99% sure I've got it outlined what will even be falling into that slot in our lineup. Oh my god, this guy is hooking us up. But I think we're good now with heals. I think we're good with the mana. So we can probably rotate and try to just get some damage off. I think we're at that point. Shit, he's back to normal. So that was short-lived, y'all. Totally short-lived. Please block this crap. Oh, thank goodness. I never know what for sure goes through that and what does not. Yes! Poison! Why couldn't we have gotten this like 5 minutes ago? And sleep. Oh, I guess we just needed to wear him down, you guys. This is amazing. Okay, well, I feel like we're winners now and life is good. I might not want to be spamming this because I don't know if it's going to work and it might honestly just be a waste. And I feel like with Kamikaze Hit, my fireside is likely not the direction I need to go in. Please give it to me. Fuck. It's all good. It's all good. So just to think ahead, we probably are going to be spending most of our time on this side. I think shit! So much for confusion. On the earth side. So yeah, are there specific games you guys would like to see? I guess I should rephrase it to 2019 because I haven't really plotted that far ahead. Now, I do have a fairly exhaustive list of titles that I know I want to Let's Play at some point, but, you know, I realistically can only probably get through 3, maybe 4 games a year. It just sort of depends on like how many of them are like the short 10 to 20 hour games versus how many of them are more 40 hour to 60 hour games. Because if I'm playing a lot of the 40+ hour games, probably only going to see like 2, maybe 3 of them get completed with like possibly a short NES game, like a 5 hour. Not even 5 hours. Like the Little Mermaid took us like 2 hours, if even that. Probably more like 1 hour. But you guys know what I'm saying. More than likely for full-blown games, we're looking at, if we're just keeping it around 40 hours, like 3 would be the max. But maybe we could squeeze in 4. So even though I have this humongous Mondo list of games that I know I want to play, so like just to throw it out there. Shouldn't be a secret. I think I've talked about this many times. I very much want to play the .hack series for the channel. Like, I have such fond memories of watching my sister play through that, and I guess I wouldn't say my experience would be blind. Whatever, let's just use hard blow. My experience with .hack wouldn't be blind, but it would be semi-blind because I only played through it a little bit on my own. I mostly experienced it through her. And so I think it would be really fun just to play it for you guys. And I think that the series I think it's pretty good. I know some people feel mixed things about it. I honestly, I don't know enough to defend it as being like an amazing PlayStation 2 experience. Like, I don't know. All I can really share with you guys is that my recollection of the .hack games, my recollection is that they are fun and they have okay voice acting. I mean, I would say it's better than Jade Cocoon 2's, but I also remember, I think you can use Japanese voices. I think it's like Grandia 2, like the anniversary edition, where if I did play it, I would have the Japanese vocals with English subtitles. You guys already know me. Like, most of the time, I'm not a huge fan of dubs. Not to say that all dubs are garbage or that I think that things never should be dubbed, but I really just enjoy experiencing media in the way that it was originally recorded. But please, like, I love this. It might be super nerdy to even confess. Can't believe I'm about to share this with you guys. I low-key am obsessed with the English dub for Cowboy Bebop. Like, I am so into the American voice actor or the NA voice actor for Spike that I can't even watch the original Japanese Cowboy Bebop anymore. Isn't that stupid and ridiculous? Like, normally I could honestly swing either way. I do prefer the original vocals just because for me, I don't know, I like watching it better, but I would never be one of those people, again, like we were talking about with video games. I am not an elitist where I would be like, you have to watch these games as they were originally conceptualized. So if you're watching dubs, you're trash and you're missing out on, like, no. Fuck those people. Fuck you if you are one of those people. Like, I'll tell it to your face. Like, get over your fucking self. Who cares if someone likes dubs more than subs or likes subs more than dubs? Like, it's there for you to, again, enjoy and experience and maybe use as a method of escaping. For me, I typically just prefer to experience the media in its normal/native language. But even with that being said, oh my goodness, you guys, I am so in love. What is his name? The voice actor for Spike Spiegel. I think it's David Blum. Do not hold me to that. I am definitely going off memory here. Have not looked up this guy's name in forever. Although, I think someone did share with me that he also was the voice actor for, was it for John in Brave Fencer Musashi? I think that is true. That David Blum, if that is the guy's name, played a character in Brave Fencer Musashi. So yes, Brave Fencer Musashi, you guys, it is, I wouldn't say it's an A-list like team of voice actors, but it's not a joke. Like, that game is so good, you guys. I am so into Brave Fencer Musashi. I wish it had like a Saturday morning cartoon or like an actual anime that accompanied it because it is so much fun. It is so much fun. I don't even think words can really convey just what a good time Brave Fencer Musashi is. So if you haven't watched that series on my channel yet, I'm not even saying watch mine. Like, if you hate my voice or you hate the fact that I'm playing it, honestly, I'm playing it blindly. Like, I guess you could say semi-blindly because I did remember some pieces to it, but not anything past like the first couple hours of the game, to be completely transparent with you. So I would strongly recommend just checking it out. I think watching it has to be just so amazing. Okay, everyone, are we all just getting XP here? Okay. First order of business, do I have? No, I do not have any healing items, which blows a little bit. So let's go ahead. Amazon Eye, gimme, and this gimme as well. So we are knocking on half an hour. Let's see. The light rhizome is for leaf beasts. So flower of an unusual herb toughens leaf weaknesses. I think Esperanza is our only leaf beast, so let's go ahead and give it to her. Wisdom went up by 6. Holler, that's amazing. So friends, it is as I was kind of planning for. Since this video did end up becoming a bit lengthy, we are going to have one more episode. So in video number 195, we will finish exploring Dust Up 6. Shouldn't be anything too extravagant since we already fought the boss. Honestly, it's just getting into all of those ogre vines, making sure there's no more Kalma here or any other secret arenas, just so that you have that elevated awareness of what other options are there for you if you do decide to delve deeper into this game, more so than what I'm willing to do outside of this depth that I've put into, I guess, unraveling for you or exploring for you here in the post game. So thank you very much for watching, friends. My name is Rabbit. This is our exploration of the bonus content here in the post game, and I will see you in our last episode of the series, which will be number 194. So take care, and I'll see y'all in just a bit.